how are we making 2025 our best year yet. And no, before you go anywhere, we are not talking about setting a big goal or making vision boards or chanting New Year, New Me, because we like to do that. But this year, we are flipping the script. I've come to realize something that's so huge. Your year is really only as good as your days. Hi everyone, how are you doing? Welcome back to Brandy's channel. If it's your first time here, you are most definitely welcome. But if it's not your first time, I guess you're already comfortable. Welcome back. It's officially our first video of 2025. Drum rolls. Oh, not drum rolls, celebrate. It's officially our first video of the year, but not the first video you'll be watching, but the first video I'm filming in 2025. Today we're going to be talking about something that I've really had to reflect on. I know for sure that, God has told me so many things about what this year would look like for me, but the question is how? How is that going to happen? How are we making 2025 our best year yet? And no, before you go anywhere, we are not talking about setting a big goal or making vision boards or chanting New Year, New Me, because we like to do that. But this year, we are flipping the script. So let's go. Today is officially the 8th of January. From the 1st to the 8th, while thinking about how we're going to make this year much different, I've come to realize something that's so huge. Your year is really only as good as your days. Let me tell you something, guys. I almost didn't film this video today because everything seemed like it wasn't working out. It was just feeling so stressful. Like, oh, I have to put on makeup. Oh, I have to set everywhere up. I have a little child. She's going to be crying. She's going to be doing this. But thankfully, we're here. We are here. Your year is only as good as your days. If you see me looking here, it's because I'm looking at my laptop for some notes that I've made for this video because I really want it all to sink in. If your days are chaotic, directionless, if your days feel unintentional, like you have not planned, guess what? That is exactly how your year is going to end. I know sometimes we like to feel like, oh, if I skip this today, if I procrastinate today, if I don't get this done today, by the middle of the year, one magical thing will happen. Our fairy godmother would appear and make sure that, we're on our productivity docs. But that is not true. Your year is going to reflect what your individual days look like. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing the exact mindset shifts, routines, systems that I'm going to be putting in place to make sure 2025 is an unforgettable year for me. 2025 is going to be the year that I make the most money. 2025 is the year that all my days are going to count. 2025 is going to be the year that I walked with God like never before. 2025 is going to be an amazing year for me. And here's how we're going to do it together. Let's go. The first thing we're going to be talking about today is the power of the day today. The power of the day today. Somebody repeat after me. The power of the day today. Here's the big thing about, making big and flashy goals. We do it every single year. They sound amazing at first. They sound, oh my God, I can take over the world. But the truth is, this year might just end up like the rest of the years that you've had, because most of us end up fizzling out because we're not focused on what really matters. Yes, we are focused on the big goal that lies ahead, but we are not focused on the everyday. One of my favorite quotes from this book that I've been reading, Atomic Habits: if you want to grow in doing things better, productivity, doing things habitually and not forcefully, and you're not reading Atomic Habits, are you sure you're ready for the year? Actually, let me get it for you so you can see. So this is Atomic Habits. This book, you've probably seen it everywhere. You've probably heard about it everywhere. This book is the holy grail, okay? Even though some of the concepts I'll be introducing are not introduced in this book, but this book really, really helps. Look at this chapter that I just opened. It literally says how to go from being merely good to being truly great. Hello? Tiny changes, remarkable results. One of my favorite quotes from Atomic Habits is, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Let me say that again. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you will fall back to the level of your systems. Girl, that hit me hard when I read that. Let me be honest, in previous years, I've had beautiful goals written down. When I say beautiful, I've even done vision boards and I'm like, this vision board must come, it must come to life. I'll tell myself that year has to be the best year for me. That year I was going to be more consistent, But the truth is, I never actually broke down those goals into actionable items. I never broke down those goals into everyday habits. I had the vision, yes, which is great. You must have a vision, you must have a goal, but I had no structure. So what we're gonna be doing today is teaching you how to build structure, how to make sure that your every single day counts. This year, our focus is on building good days over and over again, because guess what? A year is really just a collection of 365 or 366 days. So if you have mostly bad days, you're gonna have a bad year. But if you have mostly good days, then you would have a good year. The Bible is very clear when it speaks about days and the importance of days. God documented him creating the earth in days. Day 1, he did this. Day 2, he did this. Day 3, he did this. There's a reason why the Bible didn't just come and say, oh, and all of a sudden, in 1 week or in 1 year, the year was created. That was the reason why we could see days were building upon each other. That's very important. So let's start off with tips on how to make a good day. My number 1 tip will be to start small. Don't overwhelm yourself with so many habits that you want to implement overnight. Like you can say, oh, I want to read 6 books in a month. Girl, you have not even read 1 book in a month. Pick one thing that you want to do daily that will set the tone for the rest of your day. For me, it was committing to go to bed early every night and starting off my day with God. Those 2 things that I've implemented has changed the trajectory of my day completely, because I realized that the late nights were doing me more harm than good. Yes, I could watch my shows into the night. Yes, I could have time to scroll through the internet or whatever, but then it means that I will be waking up late in the morning. Like I'm waking up, say, 9:30, 10 a.m. because I went to bed at 2:30 a.m. and then by the time I do my prayer Bible study, it's already midday, it's already 1 p.m. My day already feels so shortened. Truly, when I go to bed early, I have my days back. It feels like, okay, I sleep at 10. Worst case, I sleep at 10:30, 11. I'm up at 8 a.m. By 10, I'm upstairs, I'm working. My day has already started. And by 5 p.m., I can be done work, or 6 p.m., I can be done work, and that will be it for the day. So I want you to truly ask yourself every single morning, what is it that I can do that my future self will thank me for? That one question would definitely keep you grounded. Our second main point for today is building daily momentum. A lot of us wait for motivation before we can kickstart anything. I shared my personal story right at the start of this video of how it felt like impossible for me to film today, but as I got my makeup done, I was already feeling like, okay, I can get this done. Obviously with motivation here and there a little bit, but I started, right? I started before I even needed the motivation. But what we like to do is get motivation before we even kickstart anything in the first place. But here's the truth. Motivation is fleeting. Momentum is truly what keeps you going. And the good news is building momentum doesn't have to be complicated. It's all about small, consistent wins that make you feel accomplished every single day. I started focusing on one small habit at a time, and once that feels natural, I then go ahead to add something else on top of it. For example, planning my day the night before or planning my week in advance. This then creates a domino effect where each small win gives you the confidence to go ahead to do more. So say you've told yourself, okay, I'm gonna wake up every single day at 8 a.m. I'm gonna read my Bible, I'm gonna study the word. Imagine you have done that for 7 days in a row. You're like, oh my God, I can really do this. And that gives you the motivation to keep on going. This is how your brain thinks. This is how your brain works. If you decide to become a content creator this year and every single, say, Wednesday, you decide to go ahead to start filming videos, if you do that for every Wednesday in the month of January, that's January feels like a win, and then you can go ahead to do it in February as well. Here are some practical tips that can help you. Start habit stacking. Stack on a new habit you're trying to learn onto an older one that you already do. For example, if you're a coffee drinker, I'm not. If you're a coffee drinker, if you're someone that likes taking coffee in the morning, tie that together with journaling if you're looking to start journaling. For some people, coffee is their trigger. It reminds them to start the day, like intentionally start the day. So whatever you already like doing, if you're the kind of person that likes eating breakfast in the morning, tell yourself that while you're eating breakfast, you're going to journal at the same time. You already eat breakfast, so might as well add on a new habit to that. It's easy rather than just starting journaling out of nothing, if that makes sense to you. Another thing is celebrating small wins. Oh my god, if there's something I can do 1,000 times, is celebrating my little wins. Celebrate small wins because it tells you that you are championing something that you just started doing. Even if it's something as simple as crossing off a task from your to-do list and giving yourself a high five. Maybe don't spend your money on like bubble tea or whatever. Give yourself a high five, cross it off and be like, oh yes, I did it. Or you can even spoil yourself with like a TV show. If you complete all your tasks for the day, you can watch your favorite show. Right? You see how celebrating small wins motivates you to do better, right? But it's the momentum in starting that will lead to the celebration, that will lead to the motivation. Our third point is stop being haphazard. Have a plan. In the past, I'll be very honest, I've always had a tendency to wing it, to wing things, right? Call it laziness, call it procrastination, call it ADHD. On some occasions, I'm not even able to do simple tasks like clean, fold the laundry, do the dishes, and it stems from a lack of planning for me, and it all leads to an emotional and mental roller coaster because on the one hand I'm not able to clean, but on the other hand I cannot survive in an environment that's not clean. You see how that can just become like a mental turmoil. I really wanted to get things done, but I just could not do it. I had big dreams, I had big plans, I had visions, but I did not have a plan on how to get there. And that's where a lot of us get stuck, right? That's where most people get stuck. This year, I'm treating each day like a puzzle piece. Fulfill the first puzzle piece and it would attach to another puzzle piece that would make for an even bigger day. It might feel small on its own, but when it all comes together, it makes for a bigger picture. Imagine missing one puzzle piece in your big puzzle picture. It will be weird. It wouldn't work out well, right? Here are a few things that are actually helping me. Doing a weekly reset. Well, I wouldn't really call it a reset, but like a weekly plan. Every week, preferably Sundays, I sit down with my Notion planner and I map out what I want my week to look like. I just don't list tasks. I assign them to specific days. On Monday, especially for my content creation, I'm so particular about this. For the rest of my life, I do it week by week, but for my content creation, I do it Monday to Sunday. So on Monday, I have to plan what I'm going to film on Tuesday. Tuesday is filming days. On Tuesday, I go and film. On Wednesdays, I edit what has already been filmed. On Thursday, I draft out captions. I post on Thursday. So it's just having a schedule, having a plan. You can take Sundays off, take Saturdays off. Use that time to reset your brain for the week that is coming. I assign all my tasks to specific goals. And on Monday, I also sit down with my assistant to draw up a list of things I need to do for my other businesses as well and any content related tasks. We sit down together, we draw up what my week is going to look like, tasks that we need to fulfill in the week. For example, something big is coming from me, but I have to actually work on actualizing that. If not, it's not gonna happen, right? And finally, we're gonna talk about the big three. Each day, I focus on 3 big priorities, not 10, not 5, just 3. Write out the 3 big priorities. That way you stay focused on achieving just these 3 things in a day so you don't feel overwhelmed. For example, if you're a content creator, it could be doing your thumbnail, drafting your caption, and engaging with followers. If these are the 3 main things you want to get done in a day, get it done. Don't push it to the next day, just get it done. Again, I want to remind you that if you do not plan your day will plan you. There are always things happening. There are always people that need you. There are always phone calls you need to take, but you have to take charge of your day. Recently, I found that putting my phone in a different room when I'm sleeping works best for me because I don't want to wake up to headache from the entire day, like lots of things to do. There's always a phone call. There's always something coming up. If you don't plan your day will plan you. Even 5 minutes of intentional planning can make all the difference. I started using Notion this year because I realized that I had a lot of ideas, I had a lot of things, but they were scattered everywhere. Everything was just everywhere in my notes app, in Google Drives. But with Notion, I can compartmentalize, and once I log into my Notion, I can just see every single thing, like from my business to my digital creation to my personal life. Everything is logged there. Even like conversations with my team, it's logged there. Remember again that having a good day doesn't mean that everything is perfect. It just means that you're being intentional. And when you stack enough good days, you're going to immediately have a good year. Like, it's very simple. For you to have a good year, you must have at least 70 to 80% good days, and you can truly make that happen. It's not impossible. It's an absolute possibility. So that's how I'm approaching 2025, one intentional day at a time. See how I'm not planning every month. I'm not thinking, oh, I have to do this in this month, I have to do this in that month. Just have tasks for the day. And let me leave you with this thought: the little things that you do every single day matter much more than the big things that you do occasionally. If this resonated with you, what is one thing that you are planning for, one thing that you want to be consistent in? Let me know. Put it down in the comment sections below. I'm so curious to see what habits you're trying to get into this year, what you're trying to set your focus on this year. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to share. This video will definitely help somebody. Remember that your year is only as good as your day today. Have a great one. Have an amazing time, and see you on the next video. Bye.